So in this video, we're going to be adding new sprite textures and animations with custom sprite sheets for the enemies. So I've been messing around for a tiny bit with it, and I added some new variables into enemy.h. I added sprite x, sprite y. I added sprite x start and sprite y start. Sprite x is the dimension for each little animation unit, the x and y dimensions. And so let's go into enemy.cpp and look at how this was set up. So for left, we leave it the same except for changing the sprite.setTextureRect, and this is how it's going to work. We haven't added the offset as in the sprite x and y start yet, but so here is the actual image of the enemy sprite. So we're going to be doing this little mummy first. So for down, it starts at 0 here, and then for our walking counter, we go 0 times 32, 1 times 32, 2 times 32. If we're going left, it's the same thing, but our y starts at a different location. Our y starts at y times 32, and so on. And our x starting, if we wanted it to be this little character, would be 0, 1, 2, 3. So 3 times 32 would be the start for x, and the y would be 0 times 32 because it's just at the very top. And we can load in any of these little guys we wanted. So I'll just show you what it sort of looks like right now. I spent like maybe 10 minutes just adding this quickly. But so this guy's walking sideways. They can only walk in 2 directions right now. So we got a little animation. So we're going to add the offset as well. So that's where it's starting. So we go sprite x start, and that's for x. And for y, so we have sprite x start, and then right here we do y. So we go plus sprite y start. Do the same thing for this one, plus sprite x start, and then this one plus sprite y start. Okay, so that should work for that, and we can manually set that after. We're just setting it up for a different one. And then we will go here and we'll do our up thing and our down and up. So for up, let's find out where the location is. Up is 0, 1, 2, 3 for y. So we'll go to our enemy, and our y starts at 3, and that's for up, and our down is 0. So for down, we have times 0. And our walking animation counter should be the same, but yeah, okay. I think that might be everything. I think it might be walking in all directions now, actually. It's one way to find out. We're just going to make this because it started off as the wrong sprite. So I guess we could just have him starting facing down. So that would be times 0. And we'll just get rid of this. See if it works. Oh, that's awesome. Nice. So it would be so easy to get a different character loaded in, because on our enemy sprite, we would just need to change the offset. So we go 0, 1, 2, 3, and we could load this guy in. So let's try that. we'll go to enemy.h, and it's 32 times whatever that is, so 32 times y is going to stay the same, but I think I said 3, so now we should have the other guy loaded in. Yeah, sweet, it works. Okay. So, how about we could copy this and then let's randomize the enemies that show up. So we'll go over to main, and when we're creating enemies, we're doing it in these different rooms. So let's say that this enemy, we will change its sprite x enemy 1 dot enemy 1 dot. So this will load a mummy in. So we'll just say mummy enemy. So this is the first room. How about we make it so that there's also a chance that we load in a goblin. So that was 3. And we'll do another one so that we have a chance of loading in goblin. Let's do, I think it was an armored goblin. So let's count how many over that is. 4, 5, 6. So we have 6. And what else do we have? There's this guy, he's just got a little shield without a helmet. Then there's this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. So that's robed. You can get a robed guy. It starts at 0. And I think I said 4. Okay. So we could change this generate random to be like 10 so that we're not spawning too much stuff in. And let's see if we get some interesting results in the first room. So it looks like we got 2 robed in here and 1 sort of like mummy looking one. And then we actually set it for the robed one because we didn't change it, and now all the other ones are being spawned in as the robed one. So let's check out. So that's like a really hardcore one. So let's try that one. Looks like a leader sort of thing. So we'll just say 6. I think it's 3 over. Six. So that's an actual mummy one, a real mummy one. We'll just say wrapped mummy. And I think that must be 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6? Oh yeah, sorry, derp. Okay, so let's make this even less because it might be ridiculous. Actually, we'll copy from here. Okay, so it's starting at temp random. Paste. Okay, now we should get some really interesting enemy randomization going on. We could also have set their different HPs too. So that's pretty ridiculous. That is a ton of them. And there's also a little glitch where it starts out all having the same sprite. So that needs to be changed as well. I think we could do that in a little algorithm. But that looks pretty cool. This could be pretty interesting. Actually, a good way to do this would be to copy all this, go into here, we could call this is unwrapped mummy. Go like that. That's the we can go int counter 2, and we could actually send those in. And then it's not really necessary because we have the name there. So we'll just call this is Goblin. And then we will set it as 3. See, this can be a little bit boring doing these mundane coding parts, and I sort of wanted to avoid doing that in this series. That's why I haven't been like really refining the code at all, because of that very reason. But I guess it's okay for this video. We'll call this one robed, and I think it starts at 4, 0. This one's leader. Starts at 3. This one is wrapped mummy. We'll call this one Goblin. And that's 6. So we'll just get rid of that. Take this and we'll create our header. So we'll go void is unwrapped mummy goblin. Then we go int counter 2. think there's 6. So this one is Goblin. This one is Armored Goblin. It's Robed. Leader. It's Wrapped Mummy Goblin. That's how you spell it. And we get rid of this. Then we go into main. Let's go up to the very first one. So, first room. Sorry if this is boring. It's going to be pretty cool though. Okay, let's make it so they don't spawn so often. It's still 7, so still just under, I think, 1 in 4 chance. Okay, so yeah, those are the goblins. Let's see if it worked. Where are these errors coming from? Undeclared identifier enemy 1. Enemy 1. Maybe it's in that class thing. Oh, geez. That would certainly do it. So we probably should have just left it how it was. We'll just go int x, float x, float y, go x and y. Good news is once it's done, it's done. Okay, then we go into here and we go float x, float y. Shouldn't be too bad. Just have to add these in. So that's good. Then we go into main, and we simply add the start x and y, I think. Room start x. Okay, let's see if the first room is generating our enemies. Yep. So we have to fix the initial tile that they have. So under enemy here, it's is void is. We can say I wonder what would happen if we just left it blank, because that might be fine. Can't do that. That's not what I wanted. Anyways, I'll just fix that later. Now we can change all the other rooms to be the same, but it still looks like there's too many spawning in the room, so let's create that to 40. Then we can go here. It's like a million ways to optimize this code, but don't want to spend forever doing that. Okay, there we go. We have a bunch of different types of enemies. And I'm pretty sure I remember why I wanted to put them in right here. Yeah, I remember now. It's because I wanted to set their HP. So we'll go, is there max HP too? Yeah, there is. So we'll go HP equals, for unwrapped mummy, we'll just set it equal to 5. And then we'll go max HP equals 5. So a regular goblin can have 3. A armored goblin can have 25. a rogue goblin can have 6. You could also give these unique creatures special attacks and stuff too, because we haven't implemented the enemy attacks yet, or the chasing the player down, or anything like that. The leader can have 50, and this one can have 10. So now we got different HPs. So that one's got 25. That's pretty cool. And you could make it so that they have unique item drops and stuff like that. You could also add health potions to drop too. But yeah, I think that's it for this episode. So subscribe if you want to catch future episodes, and give it a thumbs up if you learned anything. And sorry about the messing around with the enemy so much. Okay.